I remember when I first got my camera, I had no clue on how to use it except that button right there. When you press it, it takes a photo or video. And I would spend so much time on the menu and settings as I would taking photos or videos. I'm going to show you a quick rundown on how you should approach setting up your camera and focus on shooting. And these settings will help you get the most efficient workflow no matter whether you're a beginner or experienced. What I will be showing you is actually based on a prioritization method, so you can apply that to your own camera. There's all sorts of shooting styles and there isn't a one size fits all. If you see anything that doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't matter, change it up. It's not about the specifics of the settings and the button placements and all that kind of stuff, but the approach you take. The must-haves, should-haves, could-haves. Make the must-haves the easiest to access and change. Make the should-haves convenient to access, and then the could-haves, just make them easier to find. It's actually that simple. Okay, thanks, bye! Bye! I'm joking, but let me show you my settings to explain what I mean. The M mode is the only one I use to shoot photos. The modes 1, 2 and 3 are all for video, which I'll go through a little bit later. I prioritize these settings are based on dials, buttons and menu. Dials. So these are the most important settings. They need to be handy and frictionless to change. And these are reserved for ISO, aperture and shutter speed. I only have 2 customizable dials, but 3 must-haves. I have a button here to switch between the ISO and shutter speed. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. And this dial here to adjust the aperture. The dials are same for photo and video setup, so I don't need to remember anything new. Buttons. These are the should-haves, so they should be easily accessible by pressing a button. So first up, the AF on, Super 35, AF MF toggle, drive mode, focus area, focus mode. The only difference here with my video setup is that the left and bottom buttons have subject sensitivity change and white balance, which is vital, instead of the drive mode and the focus mode. The menu. I don't really have too much to put on here, to be honest, as I want to keep it simple. I just don't have anything else, at least in this current setup, that I need to use. Right now, I have the white balance, interval shooting, silent shooting, and audio signals are all features I sometimes use, but I don't want to have to go through the whole Sony menu system. You know how that is. Blah. For video, I have AF transition speed, subject shift sensitivity change, SNQ, and audio signal. Again, not much different from my photography setup. I've got mode 1, 2, and 3 for video, and each has a slightly different setting. Mode 1 is for my cinematic, mode 2 is for my out and about vlog mode. The only difference really is the shutter speed is higher and the stabilization is disabled, so if I need to post stabilize, there won't be any sort of jittery motion blur. Mode 3 is my 60 fps slow-mo mode. I really hardly use that because it's just 1080. I really wish this camera had 4K 60. And that pretty much wraps up how to set up a camera. And of course, your camera might be different, the layout not the same, but it doesn't really matter. Just remember the approach. And if you find this video helpful, leave a comment on what you want to see next. Until next time, bye!